Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
Good morning, and how the heck are you? Welcome to the Monday, August 17, 2020 episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. I'm your host, Brian K. Morris, and I thank you for watching us, whether you're watching us live on YouTube or Facebook, or if you're watching us same channels on the repeat. We're glad to have you here. Please tell your friends to like and share and subscribe, all right? And let's see. Also, we want to give geekinsider.com a big mwah for hosting us, as well as risingtide.pub, home of many, many fine publications. And speaking of fine and fine, here we go. We've got Christian Basil starting off the madness. There he is. Arise, arise, Monday, Morris Monster, and bring forth the fiery dumpster of despair and excessive parking tickets. Oh, he must be talking about this, the natural state of this show. Now, it's like we get comments all the time, about how we're doing, and we're grateful for that. And sometimes even Christian Basil himself will chime in. Thank you, Christian, another satisfied customer. And oh, okay, all right, that's enough out of you, potty mouth. But anyway, we're glad to see everyone here. Hope you're having a great Monday so far. Hope your weekend went well. I had a terrific one. Spent yesterday with a friend. Went to see the bottom side of Lake Michigan for a few minutes, past all the people crowding for a glimpse of the beaches. And then Friday and Saturday, I was involved with the MAPLD and event, the Fan Fest, and I really want to thank Maria Gonzalez for inviting me to that. We made a couple hours of, I think, some really fun programming, and we look forward to doing it again next time, hopefully in person. But anyway, we make of it what we will. This has been the hashtag the season of lemonade. Anyway, hope you're all having a great Monday so far. We got Adrian Johnson. Morning, everyone. Morning to you, Adrian. Hope you're doing well. And there he is, Phil Locklear. Morning, all. Morning to you, good sir. Hope you're having a good morning, my friend. And please put in a link to your amazing talk show on the Book of Faces, if you would. And I am the phone jiggling in author Michaela Jade's right pocket right now. Oh, are you really? And what kind of effect do you think this might have on people?
So let's go.
Ooh.
Oh.
My nippies got hurt.
Oh my goodness, I never guessed even for a moment. Let's bring some decorum back to Christian, really? Send me the pictures when you're done. Anyway, David Atkins says, I want to say a wonderful good morning to every Nevermorian, and back at you, David, and ask, did you at least make this weekend amazing and do something memorable? I had a time being chosen to do voiceover on a film. Well, that is freaking awesome, David. Good for you, man. Well, like I said, I got to do some stuff on for the Matson, Illinois Public Library. And we got some good numbers on that. A lot of people seem to like what the Nevermorians like, which is a good thing. So anyway, we hope to do it again. And we've got some more stuff coming up as the weeks and months ensue, including another indie event weekend festival. And as well as, let's see, and I don't think I have anything in September. But anyway, maybe I'll get some writing done. Who would have thought? Anyway, Joe McKeel is here. Good morning to you, my friend. Oh, audio is loud and crisp. Well, that's because we baked it in the oven an extra 20 minutes to make sure it was GBD, golden brown and delicious. But anyway, we cleaned off the camera. Maybe that's it. Actually, we've got a new camera coming in the mail. It'll be a couple weeks, of course, which, given the current state of the United States Postal Service, probably means I'll get it sometime in 2023. And is that not a mess or what? But anyway, not to get political about it, we do what we can, right? We're going to get through this together, people. And good morning, Orko, says Lynn Bush. Mom, my darling evil Lynn. How is my evil Lynn? How are you and Paul doing? Hope you're having a great vacay so far. And Teresa Dunn, good morning, Brian. Need to talk to you after the show. Well, I'm sure you do. And we will talk to you sometime later today. Mwah. And here we go. Oh, Maria Ingram, hiya, blessings from Essex, England. Well, we're international now. Maria, thank you for being here. Don't know how you discovered us, but I'm grateful. And you're watching on YouTube, where that's the best picture and the best sound, I got to tell you. Anyway, Maria, please, here are the ground rules if you're not familiar. One, you're starting it already. We're going to have a conversation, get to mingle with the people here. Everyone say hello to Maria. And also, if you have something to promote, say a creative endeavor you're involved in, like a book or a comic or a Kickstarter you got going, or someone you don't think gets enough credit and they don't ask for attention and you think they deserve it, put their links in, or a charity that you're involved with, whatever's on your mind, Maria, put it in the comments and hit that enter key and let's have a conversation. Thank you, glad you're here. Hope all is well in Essex. Let's see, right now it's a little overcast here in the middle of America in Indiana, and you wake up to the sounds of lawnmowers. Anyway, hashtag Dino Porn lives, says Christian Basil, and he's part of the guy help keeping it going and keeping it going. There's Harley Slavic. Good to see you, sir. Greetings. Hope everyone is well. Hashtag Christmas is only 4 months and 8 days away. You would be keeping track. I don't think I've started on last year's Christmas yet. Anyway, make sure you get the perfect Christmas gift. Go to HarleySlavic.com and see if we have the right gift for you. If we don't, we will help you find it. Or there you go. See, there's a man who understands the value of a good plugin, just like Michaela Jade. David Atkins says, Brian, I am still on the edge of my seat, wondering when you will create a book inserting the hanging tassel as a tavern or bar. Who should the bartender be, and what kind of attitude does he have? Well, actually, that could fit in the a book that I am planning to get back to later this year. The bartender would have amazing hair, probably braided his beard or some nonsense like that, and does podcasts and probably voice. This is a primitive society that we're talking about, so he probably does voices for shadow shows. Arf, arf, that sort of thing. And he's an incredible scribe and bard. How's that? We'll have to remember that person come the time we start writing it again. And check out my product at HarleySlavic.com. And there is a 12-inch action figure with Batman 12-inch action figure with removable cowl. Cool. I want a costume, one that fits me. That's have to be extra large. And good morning, Brian and Nevermind, says Teresa Dunn, watching us from YouTube and watching us from Facebook. Good morning to everyone. Good morning to you, Jessica Johnson. Glad to see you. Hope your morning's going well. And Phil Lockler knows the value of a plug, too. Demon Phil's hell of a show, unscripted and revealing this week's Comic Legion. Keep it indie, y'all. All right, and there's the link to it. And hope you have a great show, sir. The first one was pretty good that I saw, and we're going to catch up on them soon. And there's Jessica Johnson has a cosplay group, or she's part of a cosplay group. She and her husband, Lonnie, and some dear friends. They're called the Heroes for Kids. And when we have a show finally happen, you need to invite them because they bring a lot of people. Plus, they bring some pop culture collectibles that you won't see anywhere else. And the sale of them, the proceeds go to benefit various children's-based charities. It is really cool. And in 2021, we'll mark the return of the Heroes for Kids Comic-Con. And we will be at that wonderful event, and it's going to be a fun time. And like their other endeavor, they will be donating part of the proceeds to 2 different charities. And it's really an honor to be associated with Heroes for Kids, even in my tangential, I believe it will be, position within the group. Actually, it's way outside the group, but I like talking about because they do good stuff. Harley Slavic Batman, the complete animated series from DC. Get it now at HarleySlavic.com. Oh, yeah. And hello, Maria. There's Lynn Bush, my darling. And David Atkins, Maria, my agent is currently in Wales, and the stories The lockdowns there and so much more are terrifying. She calls me often about the strange things that happen there. Yeah, it's like our lockdowns are here in America are like uh keenly fought over. I wonder if that'd be interesting if other nations had the same pushback to lockdown that ours has. I don't remember seeing much. Of course, a lot of the totalitarian nations like China and Russia, you will lock down, damn it. Anyway, Covfefe. That means rise above, nothing more. At least on this show. And Phil Locklear, keep up with show event schedules and updates there on Facebook on the Demon Nation page. I'm looking forward to that. All right, that is great. And how was everyone's weekend? Asked Teresa Dunn. Mine was super. Like I said, we went, took a friend to see Lake Michigan. She loves the roar of the ocean. We couldn't get too close because a lot of the stuff that allows you to get, like Indiana Beach, for instance, which is close to us, but not quite 2 hours away. It's closed to the public because of pandemic concerns, and God bless them. Now there were private beaches, and I do mean private. These were clearly six. I think the cheapest home I saw was high six figures, probably, and I would guess most of them were well into the seven-figure range. These were nice. It's the kind of thing I'd have a chip installed in Cookie and myself so we'd know where the other one was when we want to have dinner together. But there was no place to park. There was a lot of traffic. And I think it frustrated our friend because she really wanted to see the beach, but she's also wheelchair bound too. She's had a number of unfortunate incidents in the last 3 years because of her not taking care of her health, basically, which is one of the cues I took to start really taking care of my own because I'm older than she is. I'm older than everybody is. But anyway, we had a good time. Then we went down to Valparaiso. No, Merrillville. Yeah, Merrillville, and had lunch. Then took a nice long drive home, and it was a good day. Took up most of the day, but it was fun. And of course, Friday and Saturday, I had a great time working for the MAPLD Fan Fest. That was a lot of fun, and Maria Gonzalez is a darling. Her husband Jack is crazy talented. They're both crazy talented, and they're both a little crazy too. I love them to death, and we'll be hearing more from both of those. And waiting on the Zombiful World of Oz, number 3, says Paul Bush. Paul, it's good to see you, brother. Yeah, Paul is Eric Hawkins' groupie, and the minute Paul closes the book on Zombiful World of Oz, he wants the next issue. Okay, I take this up with Eric and tell Eric he needs another 4-pager. That's what really sells the books. You know what I'm saying? And David Atkins, what has people been watching on TV? I don't watch TV. Is it worth watching? No, because I don't watch it. I am stuck on the 80s and 90s early TV watching Relic Hunter and forgot how sexy many shows like that Xena and Hercules were. Oh, Xena and Hercules were great. I love those episodes. And what I've been watching lately? I've been watching the only thing I watch are Doctor Who, and I have the new DVD on order. Season 12. Plus, I picked up an extra one to fill out my collection. It's the animated shorts of Doctor Who. David Tennant did a lot of them. I think there may be a Matt Smith or two in there. I'm not sure. But also, what else have I been watching? We binge watched the entire Pirates of the Caribbean series recently. What else are we going? We're going to probably go back and do the Mission Impossible films because we love Mission Impossible. We really do. It's a great show. And what else? Oh, and I've been watching Ultraman Z. Ultraman Z is the latest incarnation of the Ultraman franchise from Japan, created by the people that did the special effects for the original Godzilla movies. And it's been, the first three episodes were okay. This is very much in the classic Ultraman vein. Although the protagonist, who was Ultraman's human alter ego, was a little annoying at first, and you're wondering, how did you get on the Science Patrol, dude? Or as they call it now, Salvage, and it stands for something that I don't remember because I just found out yesterday from the Ultraman wiki. But then around episode 3, it started getting good. They started doing some callbacks to an earlier Ultraman series, And then in looking, I find out, I didn't know this, that one of the key players was in one of the previous serials as a villain, and he's undercover in the Science Patrol. And then the last three episodes have been amazingly good, like really, really good. So I definitely recommend the official Ultraman channel on YouTube. And everybody's going, Brian, reading the comments. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. And Harley Slavic, we now have a Twitter page. We are currently at 16 followers, and I'm surprised it's already in the 2 digits. One handle is at Harley Slavic. Please give us a follow if you can. You must. And Phil Lockler's pushing someone else. I'm glad to see it. Please back this project by Eric Dominguez, and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it, but he's a new friend of mine too. So Close to Funny, great book. I had the honor of reviewing a few months back, and there it is. Blood of Gods. Yes, Blood of Gods, number 1. I'm going to check that out. Thank you for the mention there, Phil. I do appreciate that. That's great. And Christian Basil, recovering from HarleCon 2020. Oh, that was an online con that Christian was at. It was fun. Got to interview Bella. I am going to so mess this up. Belly, okay? Who played Rosita in the Doctor Who episode, The Next Doctor. What a great episode. Oh, I remember her. She was fantastic. Got to check out the episode, Nonstop Blast. The Next Doctor is fantastic. It came out, I believe it was a Christmas special, wasn't it? And it came out at a time when there were rumors that David Tennant was going to leave the show. And so they brought out this character that he's in trouble, and he's rescued by this man in these very odd clothing for the time, and he calls himself the Doctor, and he's a Time Lord, and hilarity ensues. And Lucy Lawless, you and I are on the same page, Christian. There is nothing that woman can't do, I'm telling you. And we'll leave it at that. Jessica Johnson, wish I could stay longer, but I have to go back to work. Everyone have a super fantastic day. Hugs to you and Cookie. Hugs right back to you and Lonnie and the family. We'll see you soon, I hope. Jessica, you take care of yourself. Give everyone some love back in Perryville. And Charles F. Millhouse, good morning. Good morning to you, my friend. Pulp Reality number 1 is going to become a reality soon. And I'm excited by that. That's Charles' first magazine. And Pulp flavored magazine, and I am in it along with Bobby Nash and some other familiar names soon. And David Atkins says, let me go back here. Brian, yes, David. Let the bartender have 4 heavy braids, a braided beard, is thin with broad shoulders, and has a reputation of being great at bartending, has short patience, and sings at random moments. Could you get a little specific, David? Could you, is there a mole someplace embarrassing that we don't want to know about that he has? Anyway, give him an inch. Anyway, Douglas Deck says, good morning. Oh, did I knock that out? There we go. There's that comment. Good morning to you, Douglas. Hope you're having a fantastic morning. Always a pleasure to have you here. Arlen Slavic says, Static Shock, the complete first season. Meet Virgil Hawkins, a mild-mannered teen in the wrong place at the wrong time when a chemical explosion rocks the streets of Dakota City, changing him from super geek to superhero. Based on the milestone DC Comics property, this animated series about the adventures of the first African-American teenage superhero follows quick-witted Virgil, who finds himself imbued with electromagnetic superpowers after being exposed to a mutagenic gas. And you wipe out the end of that. Harley, you cut and paste too many words in there. Sorry, brother. But anyway, yeah, Static Shock is great. That's a fun series. I really enjoyed it. And there's the Reader from YouTube. Reader, glad to see you, Paul. Hope you're having a great morning, my friend. And there is my new friend, Jeffrey Hayes. Good morning to you. Good morning, all. Running late. Who isn't? And had to get coffee, and more coffee. You need to level up to Covfefe. That way you rise above. Oh. And my spare is tantalizingly off cameras. I feel you, Jeffrey. How you doing this morning? Jeffrey's an incredibly talented artist. Please leave a link to your work and book that man up so he's too busy to work for me. Harley Slavic, top 100 comic book movies and trade paperbacks available at harleyslavic.com. And Harley Slavic says, my business is currently my full-time job, so any support you give is greatly appreciated. I hear you, brother. My full-time, this is my, well, not broadcasting, but I have a full-time job too, and this is kind of what it looks like.
Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
All right, that's from our buddy Christian Basil. Hashtag become part of the legend. All right. And Charles F. Millhouse. Now you've been taking a lot of time off, haven't you? And he goes, no. Lots happening at Stormgate Press. That's Charles F. Millhouse's imprint. Clayton Merwin, the great Clayton Merwin, the hero maker himself, will be doing the cover for Pulp Reality #2. Tales of the Weird and Strange #1 comes out next month. And Captain Hawkland and the Ghost Army came out this past weekend. The brand new installment in the Captain Hawkland series. It is a fantastic, fantastic series. I'm really loving it. I'm rereading the first book again, and because I'm going to be doing some more stuff with Hawkland pretty soon, he says enigmatically. And plus, the first issue of Pulp, Pulp Reality that will be coming out soon will have a team up of Bobby Nash will be writing a team up with Captain Hawkland, and I will be writing a solo story of Captain Hawkland, and I'm really excited and grateful to Charles for letting me do that. So anyway, keep an eye on StormgatePress.com. They've got great stuff, and they're holding up the torch of pulp lovers everywhere. Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. says, good morning, everyone. Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. Good morning to you, my friend. TyroneTonyReedJr.com. Check out his site because he is awesome. All right, I so say, and thus it is. Static Shock, the complete first season, is available at HarleySlavic.com. Very good, my man. And Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. continues, good morning, everyone. Have a wonderful and productive day. And you can, if you go get some inspiration from TyroneTonyReedJr.com. Like I said, Tyrone, glad to see you, man. Hope you are having a great, great morning. Christian Basil says, that music from the commercial always sounds like 80s planetarium porn music. Oh, I am not going to look that up, Christian. There's probably planetarium porn. And I'm pretty sure I know what my reaction will be. Yeah. Shock and awe. Anyway, David Atkins says, sorry, Brian, and all that, but all the characters from those shows, the actress who played Aphrodite, Alexandra Tidings. Oh, I remember Alexandra Tidings. Oh, holy cow. Did it just get warm in here, or did my fan cut out? Her and Hudson Lake. Oh, yeah. Those great actresses. They really were. Hard to find them in anything now other than Buffy. Yeah, well, yeah, some actresses just seem to have a shelf life, or maybe they gave up the business for family. Guys and gals in the acting trade do that all the time. And let's see, I just realized I need to be checking. Have I missed anyone that has snuck in on us that I've not said hello to? Please say hello when you show up, because Facebook and StreamYard and YouTube do not tell me when you arrive. So I'd love to say good morning to you. All right. And Christian Basil, thanks, man. Hashtag become part of the legend. I fully agree with that. Because that's a great show, seriously. In all seriousness, Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, from his humble beginnings, now has 37,000 subscribers on Facebook page. It's a Facebook page. It's also a channel on YouTube. Please check them both out and be appropriately amazed. And we want to thank everyone that's been giving us likes and loves from wherever you're watching us, whether it's from my profile page or Geek Insider on YouTube and on Facebook, or the Rising Tide Publications page, or IndieVent, or that's it, or my own YouTube channel. Please go over there and subscribe. I wish you would. And thank you to everyone who has given us a like, such as Kara Nicole. Mwah. Got to talk to you soon. We haven't talked in a minute or two. And Carol Cookie Morris, who is currently at work, but she liked it last night before she left. And Kelly Rothermel was here, my rock and roll art goddess. Mwah. Hope your morning's going well, sweetie. Hope everything's going well. Paul Bush says, The Secret Sanctuary, Sanctuary Guardians, Book 1, and The Independence Mine Disaster, Sanctuary Guardian short story. Great reads by T.L. Shively. That's our favorite author, right, Paul? And both available on Amazon. If you like young adult fantasy, don't miss out on this series. Sanctuary Gardens Book 2 coming soon. Well, I hope so. Yeah, I'll be working on it right now. Seriously. Forget this vacation stuff. Anyway, it's been a quiet morning so far, which I'm grateful to say. And we've got a good attendance here right now, which is also gratifying. Let's see, what are we working on? Gotten some comic scripts out of the way, and as I announced last week, I am not going to be taking on any more comic writing duty until 2021. I have a couple things I want to do for myself, and plus this week I am editing a comic script for someone, and then I'm going to be going back into editing Doc Saga #1, and that is going to take my my main focus for a while. So David Atkins from YouTube says the hardest persona an actor can play is the insane. Jack did it in The Shining. It was made immortal. All those who were insane and made it believable were always great, like the fake Xena character. David, you bring back great memories with Xena and Hercules. I remember one of my favorite episodes of Hercules was one where the premise was it takes place actually in the current day in Hollywood. And the idea is that there is this man, his name is Kevin Sorbo. And what people don't realize is he's really Hercules. He is the legendary character, but he's going under the name Kevin Sorbo right now. And I think it was a similar episode with I want to say on Xena with Bruce Campbell. It's been so long. I need to watch that series again. And Carly Carleen, the dead have arisen. Hi, all. Well, glad to see you, Carly Carleen, who this Friday, she and Carl Witzman will be having the Drunken Rant on Uncle Carl's secret humor page, which is no secret whatsoever. And if you want to join, first of all, check your damn offense at the door, because you will be offended with any luck. And bring your sense of humor, though. It's going to get a good workout. Anyway, it's a great page, a lot of fun on that page. And if you want to join, contact Carly Carleen or myself or Carl Witzman. And if you pass the test of being unoffendable, then that could be your homepage, I'm telling you. And the reader says, don't miss Tales of the Weird and the Strange, created and edited by Lawrence Everett, published by Stormgate Press. That's at stormgatepress.com. They also have a page on Facebook. And it's good to see you, Paul. It's good to see you back, man. And Eric Hawkins, morning, people. Eric, glad to see you. Paul Bush has put in a call for Zombie World of Oz #3. I think you need to get busy, brother. But Eric Hawkins and I are teaming up once again. We are going to work on some a comic project soon, as well as something for Terraform Comics. We're doing a 2-page story for the upcoming Hybrids, the Sons of God's trade paperback, and it's going to be funny, and we're going to have fun doing it, whether we like it or not, right, Eric? Anyway, no, I'm always excited when I get to work with Eric, because he is one of those illustrators who takes my work. I work a little harder to make sure he has plenty to play with, and then he takes it up to the next level, and then some. So anyway, check it out. Also, check out the Zombieful World of Oz. Eric, if you want to post your Indiegogo store page, that would be awesome. Maybe we can get you another fan or two. Or Paul Bush has probably worn out his copy. And Doc Saga, you got that right, Charles. You got that so right. Yeah, I'm really excited. Doc Saga is an ageless adventurer, spreading healing across the world and righting wrongs wherever he can. And it's in the vein of two-fisted adventurers like Doc Savage and the old Nick Carter stuff. I'm talking like the original Nick Carter, not the Killmaster stuff. But anyway, really excited about that book, and I really want to get it going. And Harley Slavic, join us on the zoom by. I got a whole bunch of comments dump at the same time. Sorry, Harley. Join us on the Wix app, whether you can shop, that chat, and stay up to date on what our business is doing. And there is the link to the Harley Slavic page on Wix. Very good. David Atkins, I believe that Lucy Lawless can do anything in the line of acting. In truth, many of the viewers watched Xena for Gabrielle. She was amazing as the innocent type, and they had to give her a weapon. Yeah, she was terrific. She really was. And I'll agree with you about Lucy Lawless. She is a freaking chameleon. I remember watching The Amazing Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, and she's on for about 5 seconds, and I'm like, wait a minute, I should know her. It was during that interview sequence, and I'm like, I should know that woman. Like, she's familiar. And then I see the credits, like, holy poop! It is It is Lucy Lawless. No wonder my heart beat glad. But anyway, yeah, Lucy Lawless is awesome. She's a great vocalist too. She can sing. She really can. David Atkins, anyone who saw the episode where Xena met Jesus, I was really torn on the episode, but even when he was alive, there were many who said he was a con artist. I realized later how well it was related. Oh, I gotta watch that. I don't remember that one. I am out of touch. The reader says, Tales of the Weird and Strange, as such writers like Lawrence Everett, Rick Bradley, Paul Ruff, and Charles Milhouse, and many more. I see three of my favorite people right there. That's very cool. We're going to pick up a copy. Hopefully at Kokomo Con, October 17th, I believe it is, and in Kokomo, Indiana. Please come see us. Charles F. Milhouse says Paul Ruff will have a terrific story in Tales of the Weird and Strange too. Oh, that's going to be fun. I look forward to seeing that. Christian Basil, I work a little harder so he has plenty to play with, so he can take it to the next level. Drink, drink, and drink. Okay, take three at once. There we go. Hope that made everyone happy. All right, it's so good going down. Right, Christian? Drink. Anyway, Dale Shively, thank you, Paul. Yes, thank you, Paul, for that unsolicited testimonial. Yes, he has decided to follow Carol Cookie Morris's advice and has given me deadlines. Oh, that little task mistress of mine, I'm telling you. So book 2 will be republished within the month, and book 3 will be released by the end of the year. That's super. Vacation is over and back to the grind. The only break will be in October to see my Orico and Amy. Oh, we look forward to that. Oh, that would be so cool, you showing up there. Then it will be back to writing and getting the Guardians story out there. I haven't forgotten about my spider goddess, but she has to wait till I get the Guardians caught up. Yeah, I hear you about that. And Phil Locklear says Terraform Comics will be on my show September 3rd at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and the event will be listed there on that Facebook page, on the Demon Nation face page. Thank you, Phil. And they are going to change the landscape of comics. And Lynn Bush says, I love Gabrielle. I do too. I would kill for the chance to. And yes, Cookie knows it. Harley Slavic says, buy The Hunt for Red October here at harleyslavic.com. Get it on DVD. Harley, here's something you may not know, but the bridge of the Russian submarine was designed by a company, and I think they got credit in the, the company got credit, but my uncle did not. But it was designed by a company that used to do independent work for the U.S. Navy. My uncle worked for them, and my uncle actually designed the bridge of the Russian submarine. And I asked him, said, well, how will anyone know it's you if you didn't get a credit in the film? He said, because it looks so good. That's why they'll know it's me. Anyway, that was my uncle. You see where I get it from. And Phil Thompson says, morning to you, Phil. Hope your morning's going well, sir. And issue number 3 asks Eric Hawkins quizzically, oh, yeah, 6 pages of 40, done. Full issue plotted out and half completely scripted with dialogue. I completely changed the ending last week and probably will change it about 3 or 4 times more before he draws the last page. David Atkins says, anyone remember all the comics who had met Jesus? Ghost Rider was saved by him at one point when Satan tried to collect the contract. Yeah, and there was an old Our Army at War dealing with 2 of the soldiers that had to overlook the crucifixion, which is kind of a spoiler for the ending, and I'm sorry, but it's been reprinted a number of times. It's by Robert Kanigher, who created such great characters like Black Canary. He had a hand in creating her. Also, Sergeant Rock, the Haunted Tank. No, he didn't do The Unknown Soldier. That was Joe Kubert. Mademoiselle Marie, Gunner Sergeant Pooch, The Fighting Devil Dog. Just a whole slew of amazing comics written for just about every company, and has written a slew of characters. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, was her editor and writer for many years. But anyway, yeah, there's been incidents. Jesus, aside from religious comics like Spire Christian, who had Jesus in almost every issue, or some of the weird comics from the 80s by Jack T. Chick. Yes, the guy who made you want to play Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, Jesus doesn't get out too much in mainstream comics, though. Although one of the first projects by Max Gaines, once he sold All American Comics and started the company that would eventually create Mad Magazine and Tales from the Crypt, his first project was picture stories from the Bible. So Jesus has been around. And just like the Doobie Brothers, Jesus is just all right with me. And Charles F. Millhouse, I'll have copies at Kokomo Con. I'm banking on that, brother. You're gonna make some sales, I promise. Even if it's just me. Eric Hawkins, if I didn't work on any other projects, I think I could get 2 issues out a year, plus one of the other series I want to start. So 2021 might be a completely different year for me creatively. And as Eric Hawkins will see my scripts coming in and going, oh, damn, you again? Anyway, but no, I'm excited by this. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do, Eric. You are a terrific creator and really fun to watch you stretch your wings here. And Harley Slavic available now. Check out my product at harleyslavic.com. An LP record of Galveston with Glenn Campbell, the old Columbia, or not Columbia, Capitol Records label. I remember that. I used to have a copy of that. And Lynn Bush says Lucy Lawless also appeared on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's right. She was a semi-regular on there for a while. Yeah. Anytime I see something with Sam Raimi, I expect to see her in there too. Let's see here. All right. And Christian Basil, someone had a hand in Black Canary drink. Well, maybe not. No. Yeah, Christian and I are here. We're all going to drown. And speaking of ladies that we love, there is Sarah. Mwah! Glad to see you, hon. Hope your morning is going well for you. As she watches us on Facebook. And Carl Witzman on YouTube says, Carl, dang yard work made me lose track of time. That's why I don't like doing the yard work. I don't know where I am afterwards. I could wind up mowing some stranger's yard. Eric Hawkins, the last page is one of those, the 6 done. Oh, cool. Plus one cover is done, and a traditionally drawn cover is nearly complete. And I saw what his variant cover. It is sweetness. And if you are an X fan, you will love it. And I don't mean an X fan of this book, because there's no such thing as an X fan of the Zombiful World of Oz. We're all still on board. Anyway, the original art for that cover will be available as a perk when we launch issue 3. Beautiful. David Atkins says, I reached down, grasped with only a finger. Shut up, Christian. That amazing piece of deviant glory that every writer aims for. Not every writer, buddy. Not every writer. Though moaning and straining, we reach a climax where the reader screams in joy. All right, I feel better now. And Christian Basil, in a sudden newsflash, Christian Basil has been rushed to his local ER in danger of drowning. Anyway, Carlene, yard work, huh? She doesn't believe him. And Bob's Van Zandt, always a pleasure, brother. Good to see you, man. And the Indie Crowd Fund for Black Tiger, Legacy of Fury graphic novel, the first title available on the new the Indie Crowd Fund Go Back. All right. Okay, I hope I read that right. Anyway, check it out. If Pops Van Zandt recommends it, then I think I'm going to have to put my eyeballs on it too. And speaking of never mind. Sarah, he says. And Carl Wisman says, I did yard work earlier, even though it was only 8:30. Yeah, I got to do yard work this week. I may do mine tomorrow. We'll see. Carl Wisman, okay, Carly, some of the vines are now out of your darn bush now. I think that sort of information needs to be kept between the two of you, if you know what I mean. This is a family show. Although what family, I'm not sure. Manson or Adams. Finger, drink, and he drank. Oh, poor Christian. Oh, man. The poor boy has that, whatever he's drinking is probably coming out of his nose. That was our boy right there. Anyway, please check out Legend of Traveling TARDIS. Become part of the legend. And I'm here, Christian Basil. She's here. Anyway, Eric Hawkins, I have my own universe I want to launch, not limited to these titles: Code of Silence, Hounds of God, and Emerald Scarab. But I can't write and draw them all by myself, so in 2021, I might be enlisting other writers or just artists or both. Well, I know one who would drop his moratorium on outside work just for you, Eric. And it's the guy that wrote your recent story. Anyway, you're not. And Eric's like, no, I want a writer. Anyway, David Atkins drank. Oh, he read it. I am so happy now. David probably needs a cigarette right now. He's so happy. Carlene raises eyebrow. Thank you. I will be checking. You're on notice. So if we don't see Carl for the rest of this episode, either he's outside correcting the mistakes or she found it. Anyway, Christian Basil, the uncomfortable, uncontrollable, unabashed flirting begins. Oh yeah. Oh, my nose itches. I'm so excited by it. Anyway, Pops Van Zandt, IndieCrowdfund.com. Better, cheaper, no gatekeeper. Go check it out. Bringing retailers to you. Yeah, I think I saw a little bit of that this morning. I was doing a web search and that popped up. I will have to look at that because I got me a comic too I'm working on. Harley Slavic, if you want a great image comics documentary, then get the one here. Watched it myself and enjoyed it. Check it out, The Image Revolution. And retailers. Yeah, we need more retailers, Pops. We really do. We need to get our product in the store. Well, I know of at least 22 slots that may be opening up by November. So so if we play it decidedly cool, we'll figure out who that person is, or company rather. Phil Locklear, I need to get you on my show in the near future. Phil, drop me a PM. Let's make that happen. What do you say? And maybe I can return the favor. How does that sound? And Phil Pops Van Zandt, IndieCrowdfund.com. I'm going to have to look for that. Thank you, Pops Van Zandt. And also check out CromCon 6 coming soon. Great indie event headed your way. Harley Slavic, check out this awesome figure at Stan Lee, the Marvel Legend figure. Ooh. And Carl Wisman says, I left the pile of vines in the driveway so she can't miss it. Put on the hood of her car. See what she does. Let us know where to send the flowers. David Atkins, Eric, Bill Lunsford is looking at doing some more comic art. He may be able to help you. Yeah, I might know an artist or two that might be willing to work at the same rate I do. Anyway, that is what it is about. Pops Van Zandt. That is very cool. Thank you, Pops. I appreciate you, man. I really do. And opening those shelves to you guys. Hey, seriously, it does not hurt. Like I said, I want to get some fresh product. It'll probably be late 2020, early 2021 when I finally see it reach fruition, but I'm looking forward to getting some more comics out. And Carl Wisman, you folks did know that Carly and I only speak via electronics and social media, right? You all just get to listen. Yeah, Carl, I knew that you two don't actually appear in the same place. The reason why is Carl is Carlene. It's kind of this Norman Bates kind of thing, which makes it really uncomfortable to visit his house. But he said he had a spare room for me, and he encouraged me to take a shower. I don't know where that's coming from. I really don't, but it made me stutter. And Pops Van Zandt, thanks, Brian. Hey, brother, Pops, thank you, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone who comes on here and shares their creativity, seriously. And everyone is watching, please check these sites out. Because, I'm excited. When Eric says he's got issue 3 that he's working on, oh my God, my heart beats glad. T.L. Shively's working on her next book. Holy cats! I mean, I've already started plotting a couple of projects after the 2 novels I want to write by the end of the year, and get them into production. Plus, we're going to get Doc Saga, and we do have a cover artist for Doc Saga, and he was here earlier. Anyway, it's going to be great. Looking forward. There's all kinds of creativity. And speaking of creativity, here's one of our elder statesmen, so to speak, John B. Pica. Good morning, Multiverse. Good morning to you, Citizen Pica. So good to see you. JohnPica.com. Check out all that man does. He is amazing. And Carl Witzman, I could not create a character like Aunt Donna. I'm not that creative. She is unique. She really is. And the thing is, if she didn't exist, we'd have to create her. It's kind of like all the people of great power who live to bedevil us and live to make us rise to our best levels. Now, I'm not the bedeviled. So anyway, but then again, I live an hour away. Harley Slavic, purchase this awesome movie here. That is product page. Glory. Okay, get that glory. Get you some glory, people. As long as Glory is consenting. Remember, cosplay is not consent. Anyway, because there was a character called Glory from Image Comics about 25, 30 years ago. Wonderful lady playing her. Well, speaking of wonderful ladies, I will have on tomorrow night on Clever Title Penny at 8 p.m. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night, the wonderful Jen Thompson. Jen Thompson is a darling. Some of you know her. She is an incredible writer, also editor and publisher. She has a piece in here, and she is also the publisher, Neo Leaf Press, and the editor of the Nightmare Collective, among other books. And she's also a show promoter. So if you're curious about what goes on behind the scenes at a book expo, because she is in charge of the Indie Author Book Expo out of Des Moines and other venues. She's a wonderful lady, and we'll be talking to her tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m. on YouTube and on Facebook, on my own channel, also Geek Insider and Indie Vent and various other places. It's going to be a Rising Tide Publications page. It is going to be a fun show. In fact, we got to get our graphics back up there. There we go. To remind you where you are, Rising Tide Publications, also risingtide.pub, where you can sign up for my free monthly newsletter. In fact, there's a little banner going across the bottom of your screen right now that will give you more information on how to sign up for my monthly newsletter. It is free, and we have all kinds of interesting stuff in there. Plus, we have guest columns every month, as well as secret links that you follow them, and you will be delighted. And we have some celebrity endorsements, such as it's good reading any hour of the day or night. Hey, thanks, Bruce. I mean, Batman. Thanks, Batman. I appreciate the thumbs up. And of course, people come in from way out of town to enjoy that. I think that's a smart thing to do, is to sign for my newsletter. What do you think, Clark? Oh, you're a little underdressed. Sorry to call you that. Anyway, yeah, thank you. Yeah, good thinking. Thank you. And anyway, we have good stuff in there every month. Please sign up. And like I said, there's no financial obligation. And occasionally you get like a sale or something in there. It is worth picking up. We try to make it fun reading. And John B. Pica says, sorry I'm late, but I had to post the entries for the League of Impossibilists fan art contest on Facebook. Yes. And Impossibilists, the Impossible, or Impossibilists, not any sort of prefix to that. But yeah, Impossibilists on Facebook. Also check them out on Patreon too, and give them some love. Go vote. One of those artists will win $100. Oh, beautiful. And Christian Basil says, get me some Glory. Hashtag Pornhub search. Well, actually, look up Glory from Image Comics. I met for a while they had a live model of her, a former Dallas cowboy cheerleader. And she was not only like drop dead gorgeous, she was a wonderful person. I got to talk to her for quite some time. She was a treat. She really was. And Harley Slavic, Glory is the Civil War movie with Denzel Washington. Okay, I don't get out to the movies much anymore, so anyway, check out that movie. Harley Slavic has it for sale, and you can own it now too. And Amy Hale says, good morning, everyone. Mwah, Amy, how you doing? Amy will be joining me and Eric Hawkins at Big River Comic Con in Hannibal, Missouri, October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. That's going to be a really fun event, and it's going to be right now the next live event I go to. Fingers crossed. And it's going to be a good time, and Teresa Dunn should be going with us too. We'll see what happens. And John B. Pica says, new character bios and next installment of the League of Impossibilists webcomic at patreon.com/impossibilists. So check that out. That is a really cool campaign. And the comic book is fantastic. I am really proud of John for what he does. Oh, and I forgot to mention Amy Hale and Eric and I and Teresa go to BigRiverComicCon.com and get more information on that. So John B. Pica, we got that one. And David Atkins, prayers and thoughts are appreciated. Going to go for some mouth fixing. May or may not happen due to major infections out of amoxicillin, and infection is still spreading. May have problems. Do take care of yourself, brother. We need you, all right? Harley Slavic says, we have a YouTube channel. Type in Harley Slavic and our logo and subscribe to us on YouTube. Yes, definitely. And Russell Allen, hey, guys. Hey, how are you doing, Russell? Good to see you, man, talking to us from Facebook. Hope your morning's going well. Hope you had a great weekend. Lynn Bush says, morning. Amy and I are hoping this one doesn't get canceled. That's make it a hat trick, because I'm with you on this one. Glory on Pornhub. Oh, God. I want to stress that that's Christian Basil. The way the Civil War should have been fought. Yes, Eric Hawkins, a little digression here, but you'll be glad, Christian. I was doing like a little search on little riffs on the Wizard of Oz, like you've been doing. I found one on a grown-up website, shall we say, with Nina Hartley. Would you be interested in a link to that if it's still up, so to speak? And Eric is like, no. Anyway, Russell Allen says, hello, Nevermorians. Russell, good to see you, sir. I hope your morning and your weekend went well, my friend. And Harley Slavic, check out this project, The Best of Hall and Oates. I remember then. Oh, yeah, Private Eyes. Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. Check out what Harley has to offer. And John B. Pica, probably TMI, but I think the breakfast burrito I had this AM has given me IBS. Well, you know, we're here to share. We're here to care.
So let's go.
Ooh.
Oh.
My nippies got hard.
I thought I was the emperor of TMI around here. But anyway, thanks, John. Thank you, John B. Pica. Keep us posted on any new developments as they come out. Anyway, Harley Slavic, what did I start? Yeah, Harley, we're going to have a word with you. And that word is continue. Russell Allen, happy to announce book 1 of Xenonanite Titan is completely written. Doing my final edits and run through before sending it off for editing. Very good indeed, my friend. Can keep us posted on that book. That sounds really cool. I just love the title, man. And speaking of writing, says Carl Wisman from YouTube, which we weren't. I've been working on outlines for the Cigar Show with Ted. He's on a 2-week break now, and I'm trying to get ahead. Well, we're all looking to get ahead. Anyway, drink. So yeah, check out, even if you don't have any interest in cigar smoking, it really gives you an appreciation of what goes into it and how to appreciate it. Kind of like learning how to enjoy wine or coffee, on a whole different level. That is very cool. I've been enjoying the show. In fact, I'm lining up to watch your 3rd show right now. Philip Thompson says, here is some info on what I'm writing. Chapter 1, Part 2, info JPEG. Okay, I can't see it from where I'm at, but everybody please check that out, all right, if you can. Christian Basil and Batman gives a thumb up. Oh, wait, that's not his thumb. It is holding up his utility belt. You just take it for what it is. And the Giantess, you got that right, Carl, and thank you very much for that clip. And Charles F. Millhouse, we've gone off the rails. We went off the rails the minute that I said hello. You know what I'm saying? Philip Thompson, Chapter 1, Part 2 info. There we go. Check them out. All right. And isn't Nina Hartley in her 80s by now? Ew, I guess Brian likes the guilt porn, huh? She looks good. She's been taking care of herself. She has been, she keeps active. I can say that. But no, she's a lot of fun. And she's actually a great spokesperson for the industry. I remember seeing her on the Phil Donahue show back in the day, and she was terrific. She's a very intelligent lady, and all of these innuendos and not enough to drink, says Phil Locklear. Oh man, like I said, you could drown on this show. You really could. Meredith, please report to HR, says Carl Winsman. It's about time she got called in with us. And Philip Thompson has another link to his work. Please check it out. He's a very talented young artist and writer. It deserves your support. Harley Slavic, buy this John Wayne movie here, and it's The Hellfighters. Oh, that was a fantastic movie. So anyway, I've got to get some coffee myself. Russell Allen said this show hasn't had rails for a while. Oh my God, he's got us pegged. Shut up, Christian. They got repoed when Brian had to make bail for licking spines. Hey, when it comes to licking spines, I'm a recidivist, buddy. I'm telling you right now. Bill Stern picked the wrong moment to show up. Good morning, Monday morning mutants. Is that mutants? Oh, Morians. Oh, Morians. Okay, I thought it said mutants. I wasn't looking in the sweet spot on my bifocals. So anyway, good morning to you, Bill. You made the wrong choice being here right now. And Sarah, you can find the work I've done at drivethroughrpg.com. That's right, Sarah. You have not been promoting yourself, darling. You spanks when I see you, young lady. And she's like, anyway, but no, please check out the work of Sarah. She's got, 4 top 100 lists. Very spooky, very eerie, very amazing. Really proud of you. And hashtag bring cookie home, Bill Sarton. Thank you. That is our theme here, as always, in all seriousness. Thank you, Bill. I appreciate it. I appreciate you, Brian. And thank you to you and everyone who showed up for the MAPLD shows Friday and Saturday. And the library was appropriately appreciative of your presence, folks. Thank you very much for your support. And who would have thought mild-mannered, shy Meredith would act in such a way? It's always the quiet ones My response to quiet ones. Okay, anyway. Well, there she is, the giantess, the goddess herself. Was I beckoned? Well, I'm not saying we're excited to see you here, Meredith, but I think this one says it all.
So let's go.
Ooh.
Oh.
My nippies got hard.
Good morning, Meredith. Anyway, you are now immortalized. Good for you. Anyway, Christian Basil, Sarah, I was hoping you would say red tube. I bet you were, you dog. Anyway, Alright, Slavic says, if you like the cartoon, then buy the soundtrack of Rick and Morty, the original soundtrack. Soundtrack, yeah. Well, that cartoon is crack for me. I love that show. Paul the Reader says, well, I just got the last cup of coffee from the second pot, thinking about making a third one. I am with you. And, oh, Meredith, I have something to show you. LOL nippies. And I need to make you a better clip. Well, if you can, I will take it, darling. But you see, I was thinking of you. I went to a candy factory this weekend, and of course I saw this and I had to get it. Okay, because apparently that the clip we just ran, apparently you were saying that something is really good that you mentioned in there, and so we found these. It's all about the nip, right? Anyway, yeah, and it says you can bite them and chew them too. Okay? And there's 8 of them. I've seen some animals that have them. I could do an exploratory though. But anyway, yeah. So, see? Now, it's not that we're endorsing this product made by the Chuckles Corporation of Chicago, Illinois. And mini drinks, but anything over a mouthful is wasted. So anyway, we thought of you when we bought that, Meredith. And Christian Basil, I want Meredith's cut on a loop. And they have juicy goodness in them too. Yes, they do, Meredith. And pictures or it didn't happen. Anyway, Sarah says, I have 6 lists on Drive-Thru RPG. That's even better. I last time we talked, you had only 4. And I have 8 of them. Anyway, no, but no, that's great, Sarah. That is very, very cool, and I'm really proud of you. In all seriousness, I really am. And whoever thought, Sarah, that you would be the one bringing dignity back to the show, if only for a fleeting moment. And wow, we really are off the rails today, says Carl Witzman. This is why I can't broadcast this show on LinkedIn. You know what I'm saying? In fact, you can't even see the rails from where we are now. That's because we're going off the cliff at this point. Monkey flipping dying here can bite and even chew them. It says so. Phil Lockler, it says so. It's not just me being naughty, but look at them, see? And you can drink them too. There's evidently something in them. But anyway, this is going to be a show even Cookie's going to watch on the rerun. Bill Zartan says, I have yet to pass along the sad news to those who haven't heard yet. Romeo Tanghell's senior's niece passed away at the end of last week. Please keep him and your family in your prayers. Yes, in a serious moment, yes. I did see that yesterday, and our condolences go out to Romeo Tanghell Sr., who is a noted comic book artist. He's probably most famous for being George Perez's inker on the new Teen Titans series, but he's done a number of other great works, DC, Marvel, and other places. So our sincerest condolences to the Tanghell family. And he is also to raise money, probably now for what medical expenses were incurred. He is doing commissions. Tanghell is not selling anything, but he is doing commissions. All right, so please go to his page. Bill Sarton has a link to it on his page. Also, his artwork of Bill Sarton at artworks at Sarton Art 76 on Facebook. Okay. Harley Slavic, attention all Disney fans at the HarleySlavic.com site. Excuse me, the Nightmares Before Christmas original motion picture soundtrack picture disc. You gotta have it. And I hope none of those are pickle flavored. Russell, if it's the right kind, share them with someone you love. And it's all good to me. I'm saying? I'm going to stop right there. Anything over a mouthful is wasted. Sarah. Yeah. And Christian Basil says, Sarah, and I died. Yeah. And this is where we wound up. I'm sorry. And Cliff, we are already at the bottom, Frank. Oh, Christian spends a lot of time there, I hear. Harley Slavic says, I remember the CTP episode, Clever Child Pending episode the clips were from. Nuts. Was nuts. Yes, yes. There is a lot of the show that nuts is very apropos. Meredith Longren says, indie event happening at the end of the month. If you do comic books, you'll want to participate in day 2. Day 1 is filled up, I take it. I will be a part of that. I will have a special episode of Nevermind the Furthermore for that. We hope you'll join us for that. David Atkins, well, I am thinking of everything that Lucy was in, and now I am thinking of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Battlestar Galactica, yeah, and how giddy I get when I see her on screen. Could she act as Diana's mother in Wonder Woman? There was a time when the talk was she was going to be Wonder Woman, possibly. She was the leading candidate. Um, I think she mostly didn't want to do it because she didn't want to be pigeonholed as a super heroine all her life. She could have been the Queen Mom for what I was thinking. That would have worked. Although the lady who played in the Gal Gadot movie was terrific. My first choice, however, would have been Linda Carter. But anyway, Carl Witzman, this is like the end of Back to the Future when the train goes off the rails and into the valley at Eastwood Pass. You got that right. My most sincere condolences to him and his family, says Harley Slavic. Thank you, sir. And Donna Carlene says, Sarah, it all depends on how big the mouth is, too. Well, moving on from that one. Let's see. Well, I probably better refill my cup because we've still got another hour to go, probably, or at least a half hour. So here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to take a short break here and listen to the honeyed tones of the one, the only, Mr. Lawnmower Man himself, Mr. Carl Witzman.
If you love comic books, you'll love ComicsPriceGuide.com, the world's largest comic book price guide. Basic membership is free, and you'll have access to an amazing message board with a fantastic community of your fellow collectors. You can also upload your comic book inventory and manage its value in real time. Learn more about your favorite comics with their database of over 950,000 comics. And it's a great place to sell, buy, or trade comics. So celebrate being a geek and sign up for ComicsPriceGuide.com today. Looking for highly entertaining pop culture podcasts with high production values? Then check out the Journey into Comics podcast network at JourneyIntoComics.com. Nate Phillips and his crew deliver an amazing variety of downloadable podcasts on a variety of pop culture subjects, from comic books to entertaining with friends, from Doctor Who to professional wrestling. If you have a geek interest, the Journey into Comics podcast network is made just for you. For a complete downloadable selection of their shows, go to JourneyIntoComics.com. You can also subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Podbean, and Stitcher Radio. So, for an incredible selection of pop culture podcasts that consistently deliver insight and humor, check out JourneyIntoComics.com today.
Anyway, it's warm here. But anyway, hope it's comfortable where you are. I'm Brian K. Morris. Welcome to the second hour of Nevermind the Furthermore. And if it's anything like the first, get a lot of coffee. I had to go refill my cup of cafefe so that I'm ready for more of your foul nastiness, okay? And hope to contribute some of my own. Anyway, this show is the one that will guarantee that I never get any sort of state or federal job. But let's return to your comments against my better instincts. Let's see. Lucy Lawless in her All Together in Spartacus. Oh yeah, Charles F. Milhouse. I was trying to remember which show that was with. Oh God, John. He played the brother in the Mummy movies. God, why did I blank on his name just now? Anyway, he's a fan. The thing is, he's a great dramatic actor, and he's so funny in the Mummy movies. But yeah, Lucy Lawless. If you're a big fan of Lucy Lawless, and I mean huge, there's not much of Lucy Lawless you don't see. You see all of her talents in full display. Drink. Anyway, Harley Slavic, here's another John Wayne movie for sale. She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. That is a fantastic movie. There's a lot of great movies John Wayne did, like his Politics or Not. All right, and it is clear to say, says David Atkins from YouTube, that Halloween is canceled this year as many students have been unable to go to school now. Masks are available for the event, though. What are people doing for the Halloween? I don't know. I've heard of a number of communities that are going to have what they call drive-through Halloweens, where it's like a haunted house, but you drive your car real slow, and like spooks and ghosts and monsters at you from the safety of the sidelines. And then the kids will probably get some pre-wrapped treats, which I think is awesome. Halloween's going to be different this year because we are still in all seriousness, we are still in the middle of something we got to be careful about, and we got to especially take care of kids. That's why when I went to Alban's Candies yesterday, Alban's in Merrillville, Indiana, they make an incredible array of chocolates and gummy bear type candies, and you can go in and you can buy from there basically where they produce it. So it's like super fresh, and I'm not a huge gummy bear fan, but I love theirs. In fact, I bought a $8. It's like a huge bag. It's got to weigh about 5 pounds of gummy bears, and you also get sour gummy worms. And they're the ones where the bears aren't perfect. And I was talking to a guy that actually, he was there as a customer, but he used to be an employee there. And this is a guy that looks like he could punch a hole in the side of a tank. All right, he's like comic book muscles. Excuse me. And he was telling me he worked there for 2 months and he couldn't take it. He said, you think policemen and military guys and Marines and SEALs are like badass? These candy makers are badass. They are totally like, totally devoted to making candy and just like blind to everything else. He said he just couldn't keep up with it after a while. So, but they make delicious candies. We brought some home, and we'll be eating on them for hopefully a long while. If I eat them all at once, I'm going to gain back all my weight. Damn it! But anyway, what I'm doing for Halloween, I'm probably doing nothing. Because, well, one, we don't know many kids up here. We've only lived here about 6 years. We don't have a whole lot of people that we know that we're close to here. Most of our friends are out of state, out of town. So, but anyway, Brian says, Phil Locklear, but what are you guys doing for Halloween? That's a better question. Phil Locklear says, Brian, if it was not so past your bedtime on Saturdays, I would invite you to the unscripted. Can only imagine the drinking that would occur. Hey, you know what? One of these times, I have been known to stay up late. I've been on Joe's. I've been around on his show, Stupid O'Clock, a couple times. So you book me, Phil. I'll show up, and I will try to bring the same kind of dignity that I bring to this show. The exact same dignity, and and everyone, and Phil, I'll try to be as amusing as possible. Everybody loves what I do, even Ultraman. Anyway, back to that's why we don't make this a podcast. All right, it's all visual. And David, for our part, says Carl Witzman, I will do a dramatic horror reading in a bowler hat. Well, Donna does a fire dance. No, wait, that's Phantasmagoria. Never mind. Yeah, Carl, when I was talking to Meredith about the upcoming indie event at the end of this month, I told her what we should do is just book Phantasmagoria for 4 hours. I could watch that little nice little lady twirl her flaming baton for hours. She is a joy to watch and to look at. Oh, and by the way, Carl, we went to an Asian restaurant yesterday in our travels, and the girl there was kind of like a chestnut-haired version of Kamiko. So I think I know where she went after she quit Uncle Carl's drunken rant, in tears, no doubt. But she's bounced back, and not only does she still have that wonderful smile and that winning way about her, she also gave us free miso soup and appetizers. Well, you can't beat that. Anyway, and good morning, Cindy Kemp, CKOEPP.com for the best newsletter. Sign up for the best newsletter in the industry, anywhere, indeed, any industry at all. much more fun than those auto worker ones. Oh my goodness, much more fun. Anyway, Cindy is currently working on a lot of great projects, and I'm on page 8 of your critique right now to give you a running tote. Cindy, I was out of town all day yesterday, so I couldn't get to it. But we'll be working on that. We'll give you our details when we're done. But anyway, Cindy is working on a great script based on her new great book, Animal Eye, which you need to get from Amazon as well as from bearpublications.com. Cindy is wonderful, and we're glad to have you here on probably your break, right? David Atkins, I do not see anyone having a ghost trail, a haunted house, or any cornfield mazes. I would love to see someone doing some public readings like the old criers used to do, or even puppeteers. Well, it depends on the community. Like I said, I have heard of communities that are going to have like a drive-by Halloween for the kids so they can get some treats and show off what they do. And I've no doubt there'll be some private parties, and hopefully there will not be any large assemblages of people, because we know how that goes, kids. That's why we have to cut off every other table at the restaurants, if you know what I mean. Go Fefe. And so we still got to be careful, man. We are far from out of the woods. We can't even see the edge from where we're at right now, and we got to take care of those kids, right? Right. Hey, Harry Sivak, another John Wayne movie available. Island in the Sky, special edition, full frame format. Check it out. Brian Rhodes, good to see you, man. Good morning and happy Monday, folks. Great to see you, Brian, from YouTube there. Hope you're having a great morning. Hope you and Amanda had a great weekend. Cindy Kemp says, Halloween is a non-event in my world, has been for many, many years. Yeah, it's like, I love what our neighborhood is really great because you can sit on your porch, and the thing is, if you put on a light, they will visit you. If you don't have a light on, your porch light on, they don't come up. That's kind of the rule around here. And in my neighborhood, it was just kind of fun to watch parents take their kids all around. Now, I imagine it'll be a little, you can still do the neighborhood thing as long as you maintain the social distancing. And I can see like waiting on the sidewalk till the first couple is done, and then they move out, and then you move in. But yeah, and I think there's still going to be a little bit of it going on. But yeah, most communities aren't having a lot of official Halloween right now, which is a shame. But that's one of the first things we got to get back. And Meredith watches the show, so I'm sure she will be excited to see you on the panel. I can only hope so. I've gotten clues to how excited she can get. But I give her more taste than to get excited by me. How can I even compete with that delectable taste of man candy that is Christian basil? I ask you. See, it's no contest, Phil, but thank you for trying to make me feel better about myself. Anyway, Carl Wisman says from YouTube, professional bowling must not have worked out for poor Kamiko. Well, you see, Kamiko's a very, very, very industrious woman. I don't understand what this is, that some people don't like her. I admire her industry. She really knows how to please the customer. And as one of her customers, every time I see her, I am so very pleased. And I found her, I went to the Bikinis Tokyo webpage plus their homepage, and it's Kamiko a Go-Go. It is really fun stuff. I'd love to hear what she is, understand what she's saying. Fortunately, I am, using the Babble tongue, and I will eventually figure out what she's talking about. And if you don't know what Babble tongue is, you need to get the book Volcana Rebirth of the Champion by Brian K. Morris, available on Amazon and Smashwords. Cindy Cat, but I have a bit of a part a week later. Ooh, cool. This sounds good. This sounds exciting. Charles F. Millhouse, everyone have a productive day. I'm at work, and I better do that. Oh, Charles, good to see you, man. Always a pleasure to have you here, brother. Hope you have a great day. That's stormgatepress.com. Check out what they're doing. And Cindy Camp, you don't have to wait for Halloween for some cool fiction, some of which are a bit spooky. Check the book out at Brian K. Morris on, which one is the Smashwords? Smashwords, yes, you can get the big seller Sandestein. It's sold in 6 different nations, including America. You'd think they'd know better. But anyway, it's available on Smashwords and on Amazon. And on Amazon, we also have The Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove. It teach you how to break into the indie comics networks, and how to write in general, as well as providing about 4 different really spooky stories based around the legends of one of America's most haunted cemeteries. That's Bachelor's Grove outside southwest Chicago suburbs. Check it out. It's going to be awesome. Phil Locklear says, no Halloween plans this year as I just moved here and not fully settled in as of yet. I would rather save my scary creative ideas to unleash on next year if it ever gets here. Oh, man. The worst thing they could do is cancel 2021 and just say we're continuing 2020 until we get it right. We are. Anyway, Cindy Cap says also available here on Amazon. Thank you, Cindy. I do appreciate you. You are such a good friend. You really are. And what do you think of R.L. Stein, says Philip Thompson? I've only read a little bit of his work. I like it. I like R.L. Stein. I like his plotting. I haven't read a whole lot of his books though. But he is, he's quite a good author. He really is. R.L. Stein. Yeah, I got him. But he's very popular, and I know a lot of people like him. That says something for him, I would say. Cindy Kemp, if you don't do creepy stories, look at Amazon for Cindy Kemp, CKOEPP.com. Check her out. She does something a little bit more tasteful than what Brian does, and a little bit more, probably more fun. But I know my stuff is fun too. In these two books, I kill people. It's wonderful. But no, Cindy has some great stories to tell, and I think you have to check them out. She's really awesome. David Atkins, once the reader fantasizes with the pages, teasing them with their fingers, gritting their teeth and holding their breath with anticipation of the writer touching them oh so slightly. Writing is fun. Oh boy, if you aren't left needing a cigarette and Harley and Harley is like, what have I gotten myself into? Why am I promoting on this show here? Anyway, Harley Slavic says, purchase this just in time for Halloween and check it out. Godzilla, the shower era films. Godzilla is wonderful. We love Godzilla. Bill Sarden says, we may find out tonight if the Park County, Indiana Covered Bridge Festival will be canceled this year. If it goes on, I think I'd be very irresponsible, to be honest. The president of the festival is supposed to discuss it at a meeting tonight. Indiana, being at level 4.5, can only hold up to 250 people, according to the recent article in the Terre Haute Tribune Star newspaper. The festival normally attracts up to 100,000 visitors from all over the United States. If they cancel the festival, it'll be the first since its first festival in 1957. Yeah, Bill, I'd be astonished if they had it, to be honest with you. Now, I haven't gone since 1976. It's too crowded for me, and it's a pain in the butt trying to find parking. But it's a fun affair. It is a really fun affair. It's kind of like a Midwest San Diego con, if anything, but with pork and beans. But no, the thing is, yes, it will disappoint a number of people. But you know what? They canceled San Diego Comic-Con International. That's been around since like 1970. They canceled New York Comic-Con. They've canceled conventions and business meetings and shows all over the country. If the governor, if they allow this to go on, I would really like the governor to intervene, to be honest, because we were supposed to, if people had done what they were supposed to, we would have been in the 5-point plan a month and a half ago or more. So, if I feel bad for everyone involved, and I know they're going to lose some money in the process, but the fact is, every time they have a huge assemblage of people, that state has a spike in coronavirus cases or the myelocyrus Peter pandemic. And then these people who come in from all over the world take it out with them and then infect their areas too, setting states back. And, a plate of cornbread isn't worth that. I make really good cornbread, kids. I make it at home. Come on over, but wear your mask. The reader says, David Atkins, are you picking on me or what? I would never pick on anyone, says David Atkins. Well, maybe, yeah, me. Anyway, but I set myself up for it. And Volcana, yes, Lynn Bush. Volcana. Oh, I do have a copy here. I wasn't sure I did. I have it under the keyboard. There we go. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, available on Smashwords and on and on not Facebook. Well, you can buy it from me on Facebook, but also on Amazon. But if you want a copy that's personally signed to you and mailed directly to you, send me $25 at paypal.me/Rising Tide BKM. That's Rising Tide, capital B, capital K, capital M. BKM, just one B. Anyway, check it out, Volcana. This is if you like female empowerment, if you like supernatural, if you like comic book superheroines, that's the book for you. It's kind of good, I think. And haha, the reader mocks you, David, with his laughter. You've been mocked. Haha. And Cindy kept signing up for Rising Tide's newsletter. It is the bomb diggity at Rising Tide 01 without the vowels in Rising Tide. Thank you, Cindy. And again, please sign up for Cindy Kep's newsletter. And if you have a newsletter, please put in a link to where people can sign up for it. Or if you can't write down that address, contact me via Facebook Messenger. And Cindy Kep would probably do the same thing. Contact me via Facebook Messenger, and I will directly input your email address. And we do not send out a lot of spam. We don't send out any spam, actually. All we've done so far, aside from special notices, has been the newsletter. And we also will not sell, trade, or otherwise barter your contact information. So if you get any sort of spam, it wasn't from me. Oh, by the way, Meredith, I just got my first junk mail courtesy of the company I used to belong to. Because it was right on the address label. So anyway, David Atkins said, but like I said, I do not like to write romance or any erotic books. Makes for a great horror book for a fill-in, vampiric attitudes, and even a siren types of creatures. I love teasing, though. Yeah, we noticed that. Anyway, taxes will be put on our paychecks starting in September. Says Philip Thompson. I know that's something that the president wanted to do, was to do something with the payroll tax, not take it for until the end of the year. But some people have said that may be a political ploy, that the nation has this monstrous debt anyway, maybe going in deeper because of the second stimulus, and that's got to get paid for eventually. So. It's a whole sloppy mess that we're not going to discuss on this show. But anyway, we must tend to this. Oh, break time ends too soon. I'll catch up with you all later. In the meantime, commission Bill Sarn's pal for art. Pal for artwork, so he can help pay for his niece's medical misadventures. Yes, Romeo Tanghal Sr. That's Tanghal. Or go to Bill Sarn's page. He has a link to Mr. Tanghal's page, and get you some beautiful art. He's an amazing artist. And speaking of amazing word artists, there's Rick Bradley. Good morning, Nevermorians. On break a few minutes, stopping in, making sure Brian is being good. Oh, dude, if you'd put money on that, you'd have lost that bet so bad. Well, the nice thing is, though, I've not been alone. I have not been alone. And I'm not saying we've had a good time doing this. Somebody's been very vocal about it.
So let's go.
Ooh.
Oh.
My nippies got hard.
Pictures or it didn't happen. Anyway, Rick, that's about as good as we've been, so pray for us. Anyway, buy this Rising Tide book here, The Ghostly Tales of Spencer Spook #1. He's got the Eric Hawkins cover. He's got the Ty Templeton cover. He's got the Scoot McMahon, and he's got the he's got the fourth one. Oh God, Ken! Excuse me, my brother Ken. He's got the cover on that. He's got the Ken cover on that. So please check it out. He's got some. Check out HarleySlavic.com. If you've got any sort of collecting needs, check out Harley and see what he can do for you. All right, and that's what we got going right now. We have had a full morning. Oh dear God, have we ever? But anyway, let's break it up with Rick Bradley. Who doesn't like apple pie? Would you like it as much knowing it might be your last meal on this earth? Hopefully you'd be able to outrun a forest chasing you down. Find out when you order the introduction to Rick Bradley's Eden Falls trilogy, Marvin's Night Out, available on Amazon in paperback and digital format. Very good, Rick. Love that you change up the copy frequently. This is good. And that's the thing, Rick, the next show I'm going to be at is October 2nd, 3rd, and 4th at Hannibal, Missouri, Big River Comic Con. Darren Logue is going to be put on the third show there. 3 years in a row. How cool. And brcchannibal.com is the website to get more information. And I believe he still has tables open. So please check it out. All right. And that's what we've got right now. We are all caught up. Also, on a programming note, tonight I am going to be on Ian Boothby's podcast at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central Time. I think it goes out over Blog Talk Radio. But look up Ian Boothby and check out his awesome podcast. I'm making my triumphant return. I was going to be on about a month ago, but we had some miscommunication, partially my fault, and it did not occur. But anyway, please check it out. We're going to have a great talk tonight for about half hour, and it's always a good time with Ian. And then tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending, we are welcoming the amazing Jen Thompson. She is not just a writer of her own work. She is also an editor and publisher. She is the hand on the rudder at Neil Leaf Press. You remember this book? Rick Bradley and I are in it with Jen Thompson. Also, she is a show promoter. She does the Indie Author Book Expo in Des Moines, Iowa, and other dominions. They kind of got derailed this year due to the My Sharona Miley Cyrus Peter pandemic. But please bring your questions tomorrow night. The show's only as good as your questions. And she's got so many hands and so many fires, and she's doing her best to keep them all blazing. And she does a really good job of it. She's a wonderful lady. You will love her. I do. And we hope you bring your questions to us both. And we will have a fun show tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on Clever Title Pending, available on YouTube and on the Brian K. Morris channel. Please like and subscribe. And also be sure to, when you subscribe, set the notifications so you get notified of when we'll be on. You can do the same thing here on Facebook, whether you watch us on my profile page or Rising Tide Publications or on Geek Insider or IndieVent. You can be notified when we're going to come up. And that way you won't miss special episodes that we do, such as the ones we did Friday and Saturday for the MAPLD Fan Fest. And again, thank you so much to Maria Gonzalez for not only allowing me to hijack her as a co-host, but also for being a gracious hostess and for including us in this amazing, amazing event. Had a lot of fun, and I checked out a lot of the stuff that she offered. She had cosplay contests. She had cosplay makeup contests, or not contests, but tutorials. Lots of great stuff. Other writers, other illustrators. Her husband, Jack's a fantastic artist. And it was just such a great affair, and we hope you'll check out their stuff. Go to their YouTube page, MAPLD, and check that out, and be entertained. You will be so entertained. And Rick Bradley says, she was nice enough to print my story. Of course I love Jen, and who doesn't? Seriously, she's a wonderful lady. And gotta run, says John B. Pike. I have a great Monday. John, you have a great Monday, too. And I think I'm going to run, too, because Cookie should be coming home soon. She is currently still working part-time at Cracker Barrel, in addition to her job, which has been giving her overtime lately, and she's glad for that. But Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is a little rough for her. So I got to go downstairs and be a dutiful husband. So anyway, we're gonna cut off the comments right here, and I thank you to everyone who's joined in the general folderol this morning. We've had a great time. I have, at least. I always have a good time with you guys and gals. And thank you for putting up with the nonsense and the naughtiness here. And we hope that we've done a little something to make your Monday a little brighter. And again, don't forget tomorrow night, Jen Thompson on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m. And the week after that, we're going to have Jason Nugent, who is a USA Today best-selling author. And he writes horror, he writes science fiction, and he is on a meteoric rise. So if you want to tap into his mojo, I would recommend you tune in to Clever Title Pending a week from Tuesday, the 25th. You are going to be amazed. And then the day after, or not the day, but the week after that on Clever Title Pending, we're going to have the great artist Clayton Merwin, the hero maker himself, who is doing who's done the cover to the latest Captain Hawkland book, as well as the upcoming Pulp Reality #2 from Stormgate Press, and is an amazing artist. And if you want to learn how to take your art game to the next level, that's the man to talk to. So please check out Clever Title Pending, and we've got some more great guests coming up soon. We think you'll dig. And we're going to go back to some comments here to close out the show. Rick Bradley says, everyone take care and stay creative. Rick, thanks for joining us on your break. Hope you have a great day, my friend. And Phil Locklear, have to run, but please remember to sub to my YouTube channel to keep up with upcoming shows and catch up on previous ones. So check out Phil Locklear, the Demon Phil himself. He's always got a great show. He's a great guy. And yeah, Phil, let's talk. Reach out to me, and we'll see if we can't book me on your show. It'd be nice to be booked and not have be read my Miranda rights first. Anyway, Harley Slavic, I'm heading out. Take care. Check out my product at harleyslavic.com, especially the Ghostly Tales of Spencer Spook, all 4 variant issues. And he's one of the few people with any left. I have so few that I am considering myself sold out, to be honest. So please check out what Harley's got, okay? He's got a lot of geek stuff that you will need to own in order to keep your geek cred, if you know what I mean. So anyway, thank you, Harley. Thank you, Phil. Everyone, thank you all for inviting me into your computer screen for at least a little bit. And I promise to leave it no worse than when I found it. At least not much worse than a half hour ago. But anyway, I always enjoy these shows, and I hope you enjoy them too. And we will be back tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending, and as well as Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. for another Nevermind the Furthermore. And let's get to where I need to be. All right, excellent. All right, and we want to, again, thank you all for watching this show, whether you watched it live or you're watching it on a rerun on YouTube or on someplace on Facebook. So anyway, please join us again tomorrow night at Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central, and we'll be interviewing writer, editor, publisher, and show promoter Jen Thompson. She's a darling. You'll love her too. Please bring your questions, because you're going to learn a lot. Bring a pen and paper. You're going to be taking notes. You're going to need them. And also, we'll be back Wednesday morning with a Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m., where there's no subject, and we're probably going to go right off the rails right off the bat. Anyway, please be sure to check out our website, risingtide.pub, where you can see all of our publications, as well as have an opportunity to sign up for our free monthly newsletter, where we offer discounts, state of where the company is at, what we're publishing, what we're working on, where we're going to be until the end of the year, fingers crossed. And we also have like guest columns, as well as motivation, inspiration, and education, all that stuff, all packed into one bit of newslettery goodness. Next issue will be going out September 1st, so please sign up now at risingtide.pub or contact me via Facebook Messenger with your email address, and I will sign you up personally, all right? And if you're watching on YouTube right now, please subscribe to this channel and turn on the notifications so you'll know when I'm going to be doing something special. And also, it helps our algorithms over there. We'd really love to have you become a part of the movement here. And if you're watching on Facebook, please give the Rising Tide Publications page a like. We're around 2,200 people. We'd love it if you were one of them. And you can also see what your fellow creatives are up to as we promote them quite heavily on that page, okay? So in closing, this is Brian K. Morris, August 17th, 2020. Yes, I have to look at it every day because I don't know anymore. Anyway, don't forget, every one of you, all right? Stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome, all right? We'll see you sometime soon, either tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending or Wednesday morning on another episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Have a most excellent day.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising at GeekInsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
So let's go.
Ooh.
Oh.
My nippies got hard.